Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 156 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So how are you guys today? I hope you're somewhere enjoying coffee, or maybe you're driving, the sun's in your face, or maybe you're making breakfast or dinner. Whatever you're doing, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's so nice to be here with you. And isn't it becoming more and more clear to everyone that we have to be responsible for our own happiness? I mean, with everything going on in the world, we can be deeply affected by decisions that other people are making, and it may feel like you have no control. And I understand how easy it is to feel that way, but that thought actually doesn't serve us. I mean, we have to consider the things we do control, which are our thoughts, and that has everything to do with the quality of our life. I was listening to Jay Shetty this week, and he was talking to Giselle, and she is the most successful supermodel in the world. I don't even have to say her last name because I really can't pronounce it, but because everyone knows who Giselle is, right? Anyway, she, with all that she has, she was still having to deal with depression. You know what that tells me? It doesn't matter the things you have or are perceived to have. It isn't enough unless you're doing the things it takes to create a calmness and a happiness inside you. Now, society is going to have you thinking that it's all about status or money or things, or you're bad if you do this or bad if you don't do this. There's no one-size-fits-all right move for everyone. All you have to know is that you take care of you. Your happiness and your peace are what should matter most to you right now. And that will trickle down to your kids if you have them, or your partner if you have that. But ultimately, you have to do the things to protect that happiness and that peace. And other people don't make you happy. I mean, that's not going to work. You make you happy. Are you giving yourself that chance? Are you doing things like honoring your body? This could mean exercising, meditating, eating foods that nourish your body. But it also could mean simply resting. It could mean saying no when you need to say no rather than yes to please someone else. And I get it. I've always been a person that wants everyone happy. But I've learned along the way, though, I'm responsible for me, and I can't be of service to others unless I take care of myself and my body and my mind. So I make a commitment to myself every single day, and I keep it. It's been life-changing. Are you making commitments to yourself and then keeping them? Or are you bending yourself in a pretzel to make everyone around you happy to the point to where you have no time left for you? There's no award for that. In fact, eventually, there will be nothing left for you to give. Remember, you make you happy. And that also could mean not giving up on your dreams. Are you answering that little calling inside you that you've always wanted to do? Is there something that you've pushed aside? Is there something you've always wanted to do but life happened? Steve Jobs was asked for advice, and he said, having the courage to follow your heart and intuition because they somehow know who you want to become. Are you following your heart and your intuition? I mean, that's a really big part of making you happy. You have this one life. Why not put it all out on the table? And isn't that why we love to watch the Olympics? Those athletes putting everything out on the table, having the courage to follow their heart. I mean, it's so inspiring to see someone go after their dreams. The Olympics are going on as I record this, and it's always an inspiring event to me because people like that, they work so hard to get there. Now, the drama of the week, of course, we always have to have drama, right, is Simone Biles. Okay, she was struggling, and she wasn't doing so well in her competition. She'd won 4 gold medals at the last Olympics, and that's a lot of pressure to live up to. Long story short, she decided to pull out of competition for her own mental health. Now, lots of people are applauding her, calling her a hero. Others have been berating her, calling her a quitter. For me, I've been asked a few times what I think about it. Well, this is what I think. I don't know Simone. I know what I've seen her do, and it's absolutely incredible. But I don't know what's going on in her head, and no one else does either unless you're close to her. It doesn't matter why she made that decision. It doesn't matter if she wasn't doing well, so she quit. consider that she may have been having mental health issues, which is why she wasn't competing at her best. It's a decision she felt was right for her. Let's leave it at that. I mean, there's no need to applaud or berate. Just wish her well and move on. She took care of herself. Good for her. Now, taking care of yourself may seem selfish to others because maybe they haven't prioritized themselves. So why do you get to? We spend so much energy worried about what other people think. And it's never been more glaring than now with what's going on in the world. I mean, there are large groups of people that are vaccinated, and that's fine. That's great for them. And there are large groups of people that aren't, and that's also fine. You see, we live in America. You may live in another country, but here we're America. And regardless of which side of the aisle you're on with this topic, you have to be okay that someone else has a different opinion about it. I mean, and you're not alone. If you're feeling bullied, you're not alone. You have to stand strong. You have to think for yourself. Be the hero you wish would step in and make it all go away. Be that hero for yourself. You know how you do that? You turn the TV off. You stop being a spectator and you get into the game. You stop letting other people fill your head. You stop acting like you're confused about what to do. You know when something feels right and you know when it doesn't. Your inner guidance system is strong. And when you stop consuming the negative stuff people are putting out, your inner guidance system has a chance to break through and actually tell you to breathe. And that's when you get those gut feelings. Those are the ones you want to follow. You're the main character of your life. I mean, you're the lead in the movie of your life. Are you acting the part? Or are you playing the role of an extra, treating yourself like a side thought? You're so much more than a side thought. You're the lead and you get to call the shots. And sometimes you have to make a decision. You may not like the decision you have to make. But guess what? You still have control of how you view that decision. You can find something good about it and line up with that. And don't worry about what other people think. More than likely, they aren't thinking about you at all. They're probably worried about their own decisions they're having to make. That's almost guaranteed. And that's one of the most freeing things I've ever learned is sometimes we create these scenarios in our head, and we all do it. You know the times where you create a complete scenario of what someone's thinking or saying about you? Or maybe someone is having a bad day and you think you've done something to offend them, and only to find out it's got nothing to do with you, absolutely nothing. And I say this because I've done it and I still catch myself doing it. But now when I start down that path, I stop. And I remind myself it's ridiculous to try to read other people's minds. It's even more ridiculous to accuse someone else of making you feel a certain way. They can't make you feel any way unless you let them. And when you do that, you're giving them all your power. Remember, you're the lead in your very own movie. That's your life, and you get to decide how it goes. Are you going to have the courage to follow your heart and intuition? Because that's catching. You'll inspire more people than you know just by doing that. In Brooke Castillo's latest episode, she talks about being awesome. And we each have a level of awesome in us. We're uniquely and beautifully designed. No matter what's going on in your life, be okay with who you are. Be strong. Know that you aren't broken. You don't need someone else to come and fix you. You may be having a rough week, but it can and will turn around if you start looking at the things you have going on that are good. It can turn around if you start treating yourself like you're the star of the show, because you are. You're the star of your movie, your life. You have what it takes inside you to see anything through. Now go out there today and be willing to have the courage to be awesome at something, or at least give it your all. And if you fail, get up and try again. That's what life is all about. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.